Hey you guys, my name is Christopher Jones. I'm with Feed the People Atlanta Incorporated, feedthee.org. Throughout my lifetime, because of bad choices, bad situations, just things happening, there's been time and time again where I was unable to provide food for myself. I wasn't able to sustain myself and get the nourishment that I needed. I remember a time when I was strung out on drugs, hanging out on Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, California, panhandling for change so that I could get a bag of rice so I could have something to eat. Time and time again, God provided for me. He put people in place so that I was able to get the nourishment that I needed. Even when I wasn't providing the food that I needed, God made sure I had what I needed. In early recovery, when I got clean from drinking, I met some individuals and they took it upon themselves to make sure I had everything I needed. They did walkthroughs of their house to get me pots and pans, and then took me to the grocery store to get food to put in my house because I was trying to get myself together. There was a gentleman at one point, he used to take me to the grocery store and buy me groceries at the store to let me get what I wanted, to get the food that I needed so I could sustain myself. One time when I tried to pay him back, he told me to pay it forward. He wouldn't take the money back, and I appreciate him. Time and time again, God has made sure I had everything I needed so I could sustain myself and so I could eat. I couldn't do it, but God did. In last year, March, God spoke to me. He told me, feed the people. I didn't understand what he was talking about at that time. Now I do. I thought he was telling me to raise some money, so I started a GoFundMe. I was going to raise some money and I was going to give out bags I was going to go shopping with my friend, she's a couponer, and I was going to give out some food to people. The goal was $500. I fell short of the goal that month. A little over $400 was raised. My friend Twyla, love you Twyla, couponer extraordinaire. She came with me, we took that $400 and we bought a multitude of food. We packed bags of good food and gave it out to people. I have never experienced anything like that in my life. Now I'm a recovering addict. I know what it's like to be high. The high I got from giving out that food, nothing can ever touch that. Nothing can ever touch the high that God gave me. And I'm thankful for that. Because today, 14 months later, Feed the People Atlanta Incorporated, feedthee.org, is up and running. All of our 501c3 paperwork is now filed, waiting to come back. We are doing it. On average, we are now feeding over 150 people a month. So thank you to Thrive SS. Thrive SS is making a difference in the HI community here in Atlanta. They are fighting for the rights for men of color here in Atlanta, Georgia. They are way changers. When I approached them about doing a food program, they said yes. They said yes. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that more than anything you know. If you know somebody affected with HIV and AIDS, tell them to go to the website, THRIVESS.com. These three gentlemen started this organization, and they are making changes throughout this country when it comes to HIV and AIDS treatment in the black and the community of color. Reach out to food drives really do work. I have individuals now that contact me on a regular basis and let me know they have supplies. I didn't have access to bread materials to give to my individuals when I give them a bag of food. Now on a weekly basis, we get bread. We get good breads to give out to people. Breads that are multi-grain. We're not giving out trash. We're not giving out expired. We're not giving out junk. We're making sure that people get good, healthy food. Just because somebody's in need doesn't make them second rate. They don't need less than what we would actually purchase. These people who are now providing are actually giving stuff that they would actually purchase for themselves. Food drives really do work. If you want to host a food drive, let me know. If you don't know how, I'll show you. I'll guide you through it. You don't even have to do the food drive for my agency. Do the food drive for any agency. Food is never an option. People have to eat. All right, you guys. The majority of the clientele that I service, they are affected with HIV and AIDS. These individuals already have compromised immune systems, so we do our best to make sure that no food is expired. When the bag ambassadors and the bag individuals come in to bag the bags, what we do is we do our best to make sure that we check each and every date on the item to make sure that it is not expired. We do our due diligence to make sure the stuff does not go out if it is expired. When we receive it, we check the dates and make sure we get rid of it. We do not give out expired food. More and more, working with the different agencies that are reaching out to me, I'm getting more and more involved with the HIV community. I'm now giving out condoms, lube, and other items so that people can protect themselves. People need to learn and have educations, and they need the resources they can protect themselves. You got 5SS, when I needed their assistance so that I could start giving out food, they backed me. So there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. Fulton County is supplying me with the condoms. We are making a difference in everybody's life. I'm just doing my part. I don't know why I was called to this, but as I'm doing it, I'm loving it. I'm working on getting trained so that I can be a tester and actually do the HIV testing. Pretty soon I'll have to quit my job and I'm just going to be working with the community, and I'm loving it. Remember, food is never an option. Everyone has to eat. You do not have to skip a meal. If you don't know where to find the resources, regardless of where you're at in the United States, shoot me a message. I will help you find resources in your area.